Rachel. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, so happy to be here with you guys.
It's great to have you.
I'm so into this show.
We're excited. We've already got a little sort of preview from your input that you have strong feelings about these buildings. Maybe not the best feelings, but we're looking forward to hearing.
Yeah, that was my visceral reaction.
Yeah.
That's what we're here to talk about, is your visceral reaction.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
it's not logical, right? Design is not logical.
No. We are logical, far adjacent.
Yes, far adjacent.
That's right. Okay, so what do you guys think of this spread? This is Mid-City.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Mid-City. This is right kind of by where Venice and the 10 meet. Probably driven by this building.
I'm sorry.
No. I really have never seen this atrocity.
Yeah, it's never jumped out.
You've seen it. It just hasn't registered. It's like the blur
I blew by this one.
I get the feeling
problem.
This is the kind of building that's probably watching you, even if you're not watching it.
Exactly. It is kind of doing that, isn't it? What is this weird stuff on top? What is that?
It's like some kind of spaceship pagoda that landed on a bed of flowers.
Well, yeah, that thing, I don't know. But I think what's crazy is this mural that they built, that they painted onto one side of it. Because it's actually a symmetrical building, and then they painted this mural that basically turns into camouflage. And so all of a sudden, that's half the building is kind of disappearing. And then that crazy thing that looks like it could fall over at any moment on your sort of car that you're driving through it.
Yeah.
It's
a total weird mix match.
Yeah, I don't know why it looks like a truck could go through that.
I don't know that you could even be nice enough to call it eclectic. It's like a weird
Well, I guess arguably it is a collection, but you're saying
right. No, I don't know if this scene is like it's a party or if it's it's almost like some kind of weird heavy metal. It's like an Ed Hardy shirt or something. It's just well,
yeah, you could even start to argue the embodiment of Los Angeles. It's a diverse building,
right?
Because it's like an Art Deco building.
Right.
Basically, you can see the Art Deco situation on the right, and then it was one before the camouflage, but the thing in the middle is just I don't know.
It's true.
It's on a different planet.
It's true.
Yeah, and what is embodying this store-wise? It's kind of
what is the purpose? I think it's it's an automated you go through that tunnel.
What is the purpose?
And get your car fixed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, the function makes sense. Okay, so now that
it's high and mighty for a reason.
Yeah, that's right. So there's function to this.
It does have a bit of it has a bit of a sort of kind of stateliness. In the sort of the sense that you have this big, huge, it's almost like the White House or something, right?
No, it has a presence.
Neoclassical centered, kind of big sort of portico entry.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like this presence, but it's a tunnel for the car. And so it kind of sucks you in, as opposed to a building that has presence, that it's just sort of like a building that you can't really just stick your car in.
Right.
So would you want to take your car here, or would you keep going to the next stop down?
I think I would go to my local Pinkies in Hollywood.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Pinkies this is just, it's scary to me. My vibe of this is just a little uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable in this.
Yeah, I almost think that when you take your car through there, you're in another dimension.
Yeah, I feel like it's taking you.
It's literally time bandits. Yeah, it's basically you literally enter another dimension.
It feels, I hate to say it, middle America scary.
So here's the M word.
Sorry. I want to be socially
No, that's fine.
That's
fine. No, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, you can say whatever.
No, it's an interesting building. I think there's just so much going on. Even the sort of the light fixtures on the left side.
I was just about to talk about.
Are colored different from the ones on the right. There's if someone tried to sort of give a description of continuity and you needed the opposite sort of polar.
Oh, the opposite of continuity.
Yeah,
you're basically
it's just it's a total sort of smorgasbord.
Yeah, and the tree life is only on the right too. Just the little
the other one is
that they
huge.
tried to do is.
Although the tree on the left is growing much further.
Yeah, I think it's a big old.
This is maybe it's a very left brain building.
Well, maybe it's actually two different buildings, and they just stuck this thing on top, and so basically. That part in the middle doesn't coincide with any sort of architectural style from the two sides. And basically, also those light fixtures, I was going to talk the same thing. They look almost like spaceships or something like that.
So
and
that
they are very
it's like
odd.
beaming up. You're right. There's
Yeah,
something
just like
very. But you're right. The Art Deco is cool on the right. I just kind of got into that.
So that weird hood ornament. This
Yeah,
seems
yeah.
to be like the
No,
focus
there
of
couldn't
our
be a
like
better
sort of
analogy.
distaste is like the sort of has bridged the gap between these two
Yeah.
buildings. Like maybe they had a family quarrel.
Yes, it's the
and this
corpus callosum of architecture.
This is the treaty.
It is. Totally is. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's the treaty, but it's not pretty.
No, it's not pretty.
Yeah, but
It's
hood,
scary.
yeah, hood ornament couldn't be a better analogy. It's just like so.
Yeah.
But also what I've noticed is the way it's sitting between those buildings. It really looks like it could fall at any moment. There isn't anything sort of under
true.
it,
It's
you
true.
know. So it's kind of attached to the sides of the building,
Yeah.
Right.
and that's what makes it seem so almost scary to drive
It's
under.
magical.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's not attached at all.
Magical. Yeah. That's how they fix your car. They drop that thing on your car as you're coming in.
Yeah, and it just comes over and hovers, and then it fixes, and then it comes.
Oh, I like
up.
that even better. It's like a
It
yeah.
just makes a weird noise, and then you're like,
Never
"All right,
know.
you're good."
I love that.
I mean, it has an aviary feel, though. You know, once you're, I mean, it's light enough inside. It looks
Oh, you're
like.
sort
Yeah,
of-
that thing
There's
is-
definitely some pigeon parties going on. there.
Yeah, there's some
It's
pigeon
just like a straight up
poop
pigeon
happening.
city.
Yeah.
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 That's
Wow.
true. And then the sort of like weird, like we've alluded to this with other buildings before, but those kind of weird frowns over the window that just kind of
Wow.
they look like just a bunch of sad faces.
The arch has become a frown.
The
Yeah.
arches.
Depending on whether or not we like the building or not, you have a bunch of smiles or frowns.
Actually, this building more so, you've maybe convinced me of the frown because those little like windows above almost act like eyes, and it's just
Yeah.
like a whole bunch of frowns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't
Right.
want to sign the treaty.
yeah.
Nobody living there wanted to sign this treaty that bonded these two buildings, and they're still bummed about it.
Yeah. There's some dissent. There's a schism happening.
There's even a frown in the building next door.
That's true.
Well,
It's
it
like
continues.
it's contagious.
Yeah.
It's contagious. Yeah, it's like spreading like the plague.
We should add a new rating,
The
frown.
frown, yeah. Rad side and frown side.
Yeah. This art though on it, the mural is just.
Well, I was just thinking that. Yeah, what do you think about that?
I mean, what are they like? Shark fins, like petals? I can't quite.
It's true. It's a little ambiguous, isn't it?
And also almost camouflage. It's almost the tones of the colors kind of could be camouflage in a way.
I
Yeah.
like how they use light and shadow and that burst of color in the middle, though. I'm not, minding the composition or the color composition of
Since
it.
the building's starting to take a turn, I think we're sort of like refining the silver
building is
linings
working
here.
hard.
Yeah,
We're digging deep.
yeah, I like that.
It's like these two sides of the building.
I don't. It's like the teeth, though. What are those like?
There's
jaw
some like
teeth?
weird jaw thing, like as if the
Oh,
building
I just
did,
saw
like,
those.
See that?
violent.
Those
enough.
are like left. I think some graffiti artist did that. Those weren't part of the commission, but maybe.
part of the commission.
The commission.
beyond
You
the
think that
scope
was
of my
commissioned? This was a real commissioned
Yeah.
I mean,
piece. Commission
that.
is a very
I like that. No, I like that.
sophisticated
Yeah.
word for this building.
What's it is interesting about the sort of weird mural flower shark fin. I like the shark fin analogy. Is it kind of erases its Art Deco element,
Yeah,
right? Just
it
the,
does.
the camouflage,
except
like
for
you're
that
saying.
little top part.
Yeah,
You almost.
You can see the parapet
Yeah.
kind of still, but otherwise it sort of flattens and erases the kind of articulation of the Art Deco that you get on the right hand side. So it is this kind of like bipolar,
No, there's a lot of
kind of
tension.
thing.
It's kind of like this weird reading.
or the like
Yeah.
identical twins where one of them wants to rebel against the other one.
Yeah.
So like I'm going to do something to purposely make myself look
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know.
I love that analogy. Wow.
Well, that could be exactly what it is.
That is it.
The businesses. That business could have been like, they're getting all the business. We got to do something crazy to get people to come to our business
Yeah.
or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
Well, look at their signage. I mean, it's clearly a lot louder.
And less traditional.
This feels calmer on the right, though. That twin feels like
But-
temperamentally like
That's-
a lot.
that's the side for
better.
you?
Yeah, I'd want that child.
Okay.
That child is
Ah.
that child is like
Playing favorites. I see it.
it's like a
I see therapy.
it's
in
like
your-
a meltdown.
I see some therapy in your children's
It
future.
is. This building needs
We're gonna have you do
serious
some therapy on
intervention.
this.
It needs some psychotexture intervention in this.
I think you're right.
So what if the both sides had the mural? You think then it would be interesting, or we know?
I
we
think
need
it
to sort
would
of-
be just way too much. I mean, you know, it's just like suicidal. I don't know. Architecture suicide.
Amazing.
Right? With both of that coming at you.
Either way,
and then sustaining that thing.
Balance.
Either way,
it creates its balance. So yeah, no, that.
I think that would almost exaggerate the floating aspect of that thing in the middle. If they were both murals, it would almost just be this totally surreal thing where everything was almost.
But then it's like the twins who just like the other one just gives in and wears the same outfit as the other guy. Like, all right, I'm gonna wear the velour turtleneck as well, and we're both gonna go. We're gonna get the same haircut. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be like the really
issues.
creepy, like the Shining twins or something. They're just always.
All right, so we've had a lot to say about this guy. I think we've been all over the place. If we were gonna rate this, what do you guys think, Rachel?
You know, I'm actually. The more that we talked about this, I'm thinking it's sad.
Yeah.
And not as bad. I think it's sad.
Yeah. You're going to give it a chance?
I'm going to give it a chance.
You think it has? I mean, I think maybe it could use your services, right?
I think it just needs intervention. It needs help, psychotherapeutic help.
Boost of confidence.
These twins they're having an identity crisis.
Yeah.
And, I think it was some support.
Yeah. We would love to see what you would do.
Potential.
What your intervention would do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to go with the sad?
I'm going to go with sad.
How about you, Bill?
Yeah, I think I'm going to say the same thing.
Yeah?
I mean, I do like the fact that people are really trying with this building. They've made a lot of attempts. They haven't just given up on architecture itself with this building. And the thing in the middle is like a totally crazy idea, and I can't even say if that's good or bad. So I'm going to say sad too. Like, we're not going to bulldoze it or anything. Like, it's trying.
I feel bad to bulldoze. Like, that's why it's sad. Like, it evokes some empathy in me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I actually was probably originally bad, but I think I'm going to pull into meet you guys in the middle with the sad as well. I think that most of the individual elements of it are bad, but I think somehow together it's like this kind of like cute Frankenstein that deserves maybe a little bit of
it's an individual.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So we're gonna go sad, and sad. Triple sad.
Triple sad.
Fantastic.
That means we have faith in architecture.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad we're all aligned in this.
Okay.